for the inaugural sailing of Carnival's celebration. This is Cruise News Today with Doug Parker on location.
Good morning. Here's your cruise news for Wednesday, November 9th. The gangway of Norwegian Encore buckled and collapsed on Tuesday while the ship was docked in Panama, leaving multiple passengers injured. A guest tweeted that a gangway from deck 6 to the pier 2 decks below collapsed while passengers were on it, resulting in multiple guests being taken to the hospital. The incident occurred around 1:30 p.m. local time when Code Alpha was called for the pier, which is code for a medical emergency. Norwegian Encore is currently on a 21-day repositioning voyage from Seattle to Miami. At the time of broadcast, NCL hasn't released a statement, and the ship is still docked in Panama. A speedy recovery to those injured. And Tropical Storm Nicole is already starting to impact Florida cruise ports, which has led to cruise ship itinerary changes. Both Jacksonville-based Carnival Elation and Canaveral-based Carnival Liberty have dropped Nassau and are heading to Cozumel for the week to avoid the storm. Disney and NCL are also swapping Bahamas ports or opting for sea days to stay far away from the storm. Nicole is forecasted to become a hurricane by this afternoon when it strikes southern Florida, then weaken, head north, and be out of Florida by Friday morning. If you're booked on a cruise from Florida, monitor your cruise line. And Allure of the Seas is arriving into Galveston, Texas this morning, marking the first time an Oasis-class ship will home port in Texas. The ship's arrival also serves as the grand opening for Royal Caribbean's new $125 million cruise terminal. In addition to Allure, which is one of the largest cruise ships in the world, the terminal will also be home to Adventure of the Seas starting later this month and Radiance of the Seas starting in early January. All three vessels will operate Western Caribbean cruises. And it finally happened. Carnival Ecstasy arrived at the scrapyard in Turkey on Monday, marking the end of a 31-year run with Carnival Cruise Line. Yesterday, she was driven on the beach. It took 3 weeks for the ship to sail from the Gulf Coast over to the scrapyard, which included a 2-day stop in Miami. These photos are courtesy of the ship-breaking Facebook group who watched the beaching unfold. Ecstasy was Carnival's only fantasy-class ship to have a farewell cruise, as the others were sold during the shutdown. Go back to that photo of the beach. Look at the Carnival sensation here. It's unreal how they slice things up so quickly. There's just the back of it left. There's only 2 fantasy-class ships still left in service, Carnival Paradise and Carnival Elation. And cruise line stocks were up on Tuesday. Carnival Corporation up 4%, 9.09. Royal Caribbean up 4.5%, 54.37. And Norwegian up 3.6%, 17.28. Breaking news and industry coverage at cruiseradio.net. I'm Doug Parker with Cruise News Today. Have yourself a great Wednesday.
The proceeding was a production of Cruise Radio. For more accurate and dependable updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit cruiseradio.net.